Good morning, guys. It's Max. Thanks for tuning into my channel. We like to look at these covered call ETFs and the covered call strategies that power them and the option strategies that power them. All right. Well, this morning we're going to look at the ULTY-verse amongst other stuff and see how the market opened up. I got Jackson over here. It is a beautiful, about probably 65, 70 degrees here in Austin this morning. It's something else, I'm telling you. I am telling you. Okay, well, I've been working on the ULTY-verse a little bit, and I made it a little bit more physically attractive. But I'm adding drop down boxes and color coding to it this afternoon. And in any event, it's way better than it was. So let me show you what I have here. So here's the trade that AMD had on Thursday. They had on a bull put spread, which just means they sold a put and they bought a put they sold a put with a higher price. They bought a put with a lower price just to hedge the put they sold. Basically sold a put. So it's bullish. Anyway, great job. They were out by Friday. They're still out today. So no AMD. AMSC, they had a caller on. They're out. DJT, caller on. And they still have a caller on. CLMT, that's called Calumet. They're in a covered call. In phase is, I believe, in some type of energy or solar company. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're out of that one. We're out of solar. Solar was a bad idea. All right. HIMS is really firm this morning. Man, HIMS price straight up. Look at this chart. It looks like it's getting ready to explode. We just got to cut to the nut of the issue here. HIMS is, we just got to bone up on our stock knowledge, and HIMS is a stock we ought to buy. We're just boning up on our knowledge, get some HIMS. Let's cut to the nut of the issue. All right. That's a good looking chart. All right. What else do we have here besides HIMS? Labu. We're out of that one. I think that's triple leverage. Biotech. Mara. I'll make these alternate color coding lines too. I know how to do that. I just haven't done that yet. That'll make it easier to read. But that needs to be done too. Okay, so Mara, we're in a covered call spread. Okay, well, that's good. Microsoft, we're out. MicroStrategies covered call. Novax caller. NVIDIA covered call spread. Some of those other ones were out. In SATs, we have on a caller. On SATs, we had on a risk reversal for a while. Then we switched it into a caller, and it's still a caller. Sweet greens, we went from a covered call to a caller, basically. SMR, we had a caller on. Then we went to the covered call spread. Now we're out. Or no, we aren't out. It's caller and SMR. We're out of TLN, Talon Energy. TNA, covered call. TQQQ, covered call. So covered calls have no upside, but Jay's been getting a ton of upside in TQQQ. If you guys are interested, go look at his trades and the way he's trading TQQQ. They publish these trades every day. He's doing a covered call, so he's totally capped, but he's putting it so far out of the money, it doesn't matter. He's just putting it really far out of the money. Now, he's not getting a lot of premium, but he's doing all right because it's triple leverage, so that factors into the option premium, and it does pay more than a standard option, although it doesn't pay 3 times as much. All right, so what else do we have? VRTX, we had a butterfly on last week. We're out of that. Hood, we had on a broken wing butterfly, and we are out of that today. But we are in one. Oh, no, I take that back. Hood, we are still in the broken wing butterfly. That is a misprint, or that is a mistake. Okay. Now, one of these on here, I put exotic because I wasn't really sure what it was. I just thought maybe we could look at it live on the show together and figure out what it is. It's probably going to be in the weeds option stuff, so we'll save that till the end. I don't know what the hell he's doing on Planeteer. We'll take a look at that. Maybe we'll make separate content about that. I don't know, but let's look at some more like basic general knowledge stuff. So here's the ULTY-verse. You guys like my ULTY-verse chart? All right. So here's the ULTY-verse. This is all the stocks we own. We don't really own all these stocks. Some of these we own options in, but these are all the stocks represented in the universe of ULTY right now. So our average stock is up 3.9% today, yet our price is only up 1%, but that's pretty good. I would take 1% every day. You could make 1% every day. You know how much that is a year? It's 250%. That's why you can't make 1% every day, but that would be damn good if you could. Anyway, we'll definitely take the 1% and 2% up days. We'll definitely take them. But now look at this. Look at this performance today on the stock picking. Who still doesn't have ULTY, and what are you guys waiting for? The only problem with the old ULTY was the totally capped upside. Now that that's fixed, and now that it's unleashed Jay's ability to trade any type of option trade where he can put collars on, collars are the same thing as a covered call, only without most of the downside, without a lot of the downside. There's no other funds that do this. And not only that, they're switching in and out of stocks, and they're doing pretty goddamn good right now. Look, they got one stock that's up 20%. They have one stock that's up 23%. They have another company represented in their option trades that's up 14%. And then they have coin that's up 16%. This isn't in a week or a month. This is in a day. Great job, Jay. Like I say, I don't know who doesn't have this. The other thing is I think that it pulled back. You know, it started and opened to 20. It's trading around 10 or 11. I mean, you know, it's on sale half off. Had a little bit of a rough start, you know. And now one caveat, though, this is a bullish only fund. He doesn't do bearish strategies in this fund. He hasn't done them yet. So if the market stops going up, you know, ULTY's, you know, that's nothing ULTY could do about that. But as long as the market's going up and volatile, ULTY should be a good pick. I'm just looking forward to Salty so we can switch into some of the reverse whenever this goes to shit next year. All right, we got to get Salty out, short ULTY. Okay, well anyway, that is the ULTY-verse. I also wanted to publicly thank one of my subscribers, Brett. He emailed me offering to help with my spreadsheets. I guess he saw the show on Friday. Brett, I really appreciate you. He was offering to help, but about the same time he offered to help, ULTY-verse. Okay, about the same time he offered to help, I found a video that kind of showed basically what I want to do. So I'm going to add drop-down boxes, and I'm going to add color coding. So we're going to be able to kind of visually see at a glance. And when they're out, it'll probably just be red or something it'll probably just be color instead of saying out. So we'll be able to kind of look at it and say, here's what we're doing. The reason I haven't done it this weekend, besides the fact that I wanted to watch football, was I'm going to color code the boxes, and I'm going to make the color coding relevant to the amount of upside the strategy has. So like a covered call spread would be like bright green, whereas a covered call would be less bright green. Do you see what I'm saying? So we can, what I want us to be able to do is have a visual representation of kind of how bullish they are, how bullish Jay is by how much green's on the screen. And also we can kind of see as the strategies evolve over the weeks, because we'll put new columns in. You know, hell, we were doing a lot of covered calls back here, but then, you know, then this happened, and you can see right around that time Jay switched up to doing this strategy. Anyway, this is the kind of content that I'm trying to generate. So my the only other thing, and Brett made some good points. I was asking Brett about automating this, and he said we could probably do this with macros. Here's all I really want this sheet to be able to do. Brett, if you're watching or if anyone else is watching. I wanted to go through the last column and pull everything that doesn't say out and put that on a list. So in other words, DJT, coin, CLMT, it says out next in phase, so that wouldn't be on the list. But then HIMS would be on the list because it says something other than out there. Anyway, and then I just want this chart or this, I'll generate this every day. I just want it to automatically generate the ULTY-verse. Give me a list of the ones we're in. And then of course the average and then of course the ULTY, that's just the price of ULTY. So that's really all I want with this spreadsheet. So Brett, if you know how to do that with macros or anyone else, I know Corey knows how to do that. She's busy. She's a mom, 4 kids. But that's what I'm trying to do. So once we have color coded and it does it automatically, it'll be a wonderful world. But then I have some other engaging content planned for you too. This is just the start of it. This is just one thing. The thing I'm most proud about that I'm going to plug real quick, I plugged it before, is this spreadsheet that I also worked on all weekend. This is the retirement simulator. And this spreadsheet is really growing up and getting legit, and I can't wait to show you stuff on that spreadsheet. Okay, so for those of you that are still here, let's look and see what the market's doing. And I probably should have done that first thing. We probably always ought to go to the charts. I wanted to make the boner jokes about HIMS, and I wanted to make them while they were fresh in my mind. So that's why I started talking about HIMS off the get-go. But, you know, that's an impressive chart if I do say so myself. You know, reminds me of my younger years. All right, no more boner jokes. I'm a 6th grade kid, a middle school kid at heart as far as sense of humor goes. All right, but let's look and see what's up the most other than HIMS. All right, so it's all the stuff that Jay has in the portfolio. Thank God, it's Coinbase, it's MicroStrategies. Not only does he have those in YieldMax, he put those in Alti too this week. I mean, that's badass. I mean, he doesn't even have Tesla and Alti. Is Tesla not on the? I have no short-term memory. I used too many drugs in my youth. But we just looked at that. We just looked at that. And plus, I have too many spreadsheets going. So, no, Tesla was off. But Tesla was on last week when it was blowing up. Okay, Tesla's now on the out list. But Coinbase is here, MicroStrategies, all the other stuff that's blowing up. I mean, that's incredible. Look, even ones that you don't think of much, like Upstart. Oh, it's up today. What? 4%. Planeteer, 4%. All right, so we have the usual suspects up. Then we have ARC, GME's up. Well, this is concerning to me. This shouldn't happen when the market's up. The VIX is also up. Let's see how much it's up. If it goes up enough, it can make my trend following system switch to bearish. So let's see how much old Mr. VIX is up. Yeah, it's up a little bit, but it's not up enough. Green light means go. Russell's up, but VIVIX is up too. Now let's see if this one's up enough. This is also an input in Max's volatility system. Oh gosh, I think I forgot to plug in the Wi-Fi extender is why it's so slow out here. Gosh darn it. Just a second. All right, I don't know if that'll help, but VIX is up, but it's not up enough. It needs to be above about the 108 level to switch the system to the bearish side. So green means go. Green means go. Russell's up. That's part of what they call the Trump trade. They say smaller stocks ought to perform better the rest of the year because of the Trump victory and some of Trump's policies. Google's up 1%. It's at 179. 10 years up. So That's not good because that actually that is good. That means interest rates are down. We want the 10-year. The most confusing things, yields and all right. And then down the most we have, well, look at USO getting killed today. Looks like oil is pulling back, and NVIDIA, although that looks like a viable dip, it looks like something happened and now they're buying it again. NVIDIA is a beast. That was probably who knows what that was. All right, TLT, and that's bonds. Okay, so now let's go back and look at the Planeteer trade. If you guys want to, if you aren't interested in talking option shit, just go ahead and tune out. But thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hit the like button, whatever. Maybe even leave a donation. I have a PayPal. I never ask for likes or donations or whatever, but people always say I should. Anyway, so I try to remember to occasionally. All right, Planeteer trade. This thing's a clusterfuck. I mean, or maybe it was early this morning and I just was looking at it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Okay, so we can put it into option strat too, because I do want to really seriously, I want you guys to get option strat. Those of you who don't have it, if you're at all interested in learning about options visually, the way I teach you about options, option strat is the way to go. I'll leave a affiliate link in the comments. I'd appreciate it if you gave it a try, if you don't already. Okay. But I'm going to show you the beauty of it, because when you don't understand what the fuck Jay's doing, put it into option strat, right? So what we need is 100,000 shares of PLTR. Okay, let's see. I probably need to put this. All right, well, here's the easy one. So we're going to do build. A good place to start with Jay stuff is just put in covered call. You could always change it, but most of Jay stuff starts with a covered call. So that will give you 100 shares of stock in a call, but you have to put in this symbol. So I put in PLTR. Okay, now we need to change the amount. Jay's a baller. ULTY is growing up. It's turning into big fun. So it's 100,000 shares, and we're supposed to put in the price. I don't have the cost basis. So on this one, though, back to our deal. So the copy paste trick didn't help us. So we're going to get, what we have is we're short 2,000 calls at 59, but we're long 1,000 at 56 and at 62. That sounds like a butterfly to me. There's short in the middle. That is one. What throws me off is what in the hell are these extra puts doing down here? He has 1,000 puts. So it's a butterfly plus extra puts. I have no idea, but this is the kind of stuff I just eat up. So 56, 59, and 62. Okay, we're going to go back here. So we're going to go, what was the middle number? The middle number was 59. Okay, so we're going to put the sold at 59. Now we're going to add a bot call above and add a bot call below. And there was a bot put somewhere. There was a long put. So we'll just add buy put, and I'm going to put it down here for now. We'll put it all in here actually. So the 59, we sold 2,000 times. So you have to write minus 2,000 right there. All right. And then the ones we were long 1,000 times. So we're long the 56 and the 62. Is that right? Yeah. Long the 56 and the 62. So we move this to 62. And we move this one. This one's already on 56. Okay, now we have to have the right numbers in here. So let's put in 2,000. And let's put in all right, so 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Okay, but Jay has the stock. So he has stock plus a butterfly plus a... All right, well, let's go see what the put's doing here. So the put is actually, the strike is a 55. All right, well, the strike's a 55. I still don't entirely get this, because if you notice here, it says 1124. 1124. So that would say it expires next week, but the option symbol says 1115. So I think that's a misprint. Anyway, so we're just going to go with this week. So we own the 55 put 1,000 times in this week. Oh, sorry about that. So the 55, but we also own the 55 call, kind of a strange strategy. So we own the 55 put 1,000 times. Let's see what that gets us. Okay, so now let's back up and see what the profit loss graph looks like. Huh, interesting. Well, like I say, I didn't know what to call that. We're rooting for it. It's like I tell you on the other stuff on ULTY, since it's a long bias fund, even without knowing what the option strategy is, just root for higher prices and hope the J does, takes care of all the rest of the stuff himself. Anyway, we'll save this trade and see how this does. We're going to save this trade. We'll check it every morning until they sell it and see how he's doing. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate y'all for being here today. It's a beautiful day here in Austin. I'm going to go work on color coding that spreadsheet and doing that other stuff I spoke about. If any of you guys have any ideas on how to automate that, let me know. And I'm sure Brett would be willing to help me again, or I might just Google how to do it. In any event, I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you all have a good day. Okay.